Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are diving deep into the world of content marketing
I'm excited.
with the awesome Epic Content Marketing by Joe Pulizzi as our guide.
Definitely a good one.
It's like getting cliff notes from a marketing guru, right? So
Mhm.
think of this deep dive as your secret weapon for your next meeting.
And who doesn't love a good secret weapon?
For real.
Yep.
Okay, so what's really cool about this book is that Pulizzi doesn't just tell us what to do, he explains the why.
The why is key, I agree.
Totally. Like he really digs into the psychology behind all of it.
It's true. So many marketing books just focus on the tactics.
Right.
But Pulizzi, he emphasizes really understanding your audience.
Yeah.
That's where the magic is.
And speaking of understanding your audience, Pulizzi has this awesome quote, and it's kind of a punch in the gut. He says, "Your customers don't care about you. They care about themselves."
Oh, he's not wrong.
Okay, so that might sound harsh,
It's true.
but
isn't
it's so true. When
Yeah.
you're scrolling online, are you clicking on something that's like, buy this now, or something that speaks to you?
it? Exactly, yeah. It's like, tell me what's in it for me.
Yes.
What?
What's in it for me? That's where content marketing comes in, providing value, not just selling.
Right. It's all about building those relationships.
And becoming like a trusted resource.
And you know what? Pulizzi talks about this.
Okay.
John Deere. They've been doing content marketing since the 1800s.
Wait, really? Tractors and content marketing? That's
Yeah.
kind of a weird combo.
I know, right? But they launched this magazine back in 1895. It's called The Furrow, and guess what? It's still going.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't just like, look at our shiny new tractors.
So it wasn't just a big ad.
No,
Mm.
they were providing real value, like information on farming techniques, crop science, really helpful stuff.
Wow. It's like they were saying, hey, we're not just here to sell you a tractor.
Exactly.
We want to help you grow your business. That's such a good lesson.
I know, and it's so relevant today, especially now that, we have the internet. It's information overload out there.
Oh, for sure. Before you buy anything, what's the first thing you do? You go online, you read reviews, you do your research.
good reason.
Yes. And Pulizzi, he mentions like that the average person, they engage with more than 10 pieces of content before they buy something.
10.
It's crazy, right?
That's wild.
It's mind-blowing. And that's why content marketing is so important now, maybe more than ever, because people need help making sense of everything.
They really do. They're overwhelmed with choices, and content is how they cut through all the noise.
So if you're not creating content, you're practically invisible.
Pretty much. Good luck standing out.
Yeah, you're drowning in a sea of noise.
You have to give people a reason to care.
Okay, so content marketing is clearly important.
Yeah.
How does it actually work? Because creating all that content takes time, it takes effort,
Cold.
even money, right?
It's definitely an investment.
So how do we wrap our heads around that?
So Pulizzi talks about how content marketing is like, it's an investment, not just an expense.
Yeah.
He compares it to building an audience, like a media company.
So it's less about selling a product and more about building a community.
Exactly. And think about Lego. They're a great example.
Okay, how so?
They've gone way beyond just selling bricks. They have movies, video games, even theme parks. It's a whole Lego universe.
So they're not just selling toys, they're selling an experience.
Exactly. And that's something you can't really put a price tag on.
No, you can't. That's a feeling.
Yeah, it's a feeling, it's a connection.
I love that. Okay, so we're starting to get the big picture here, but let's get practical. Where does someone even begin with all this?
Pulizzi says you have to start with a content marketing mission statement.
Oh, like a guiding principle for your content. Tell me more.
Exactly. It's like a compass. You should answer two main questions. Who are you trying to help? And what is the big takeaway for them?
So it's not about you. It's about them and what they're getting out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's about providing value. And once you have that mission statement, then you can start to think about your content tilt. Pulizzi talks about this.
Content tilt. I like that. So what is that?
All about finding your sweet spot. It's like, what unique knowledge or perspective can you offer?
Oh, like finding your niche.
Yes. What can you share that nobody else can?
It's like carving out your own little corner of the internet.
Exactly. And when you do that, you attract an audience that's genuinely interested.
It's so true. I've totally gone down those rabbit holes online, like finding this whole community of people who are into the same weird stuff I am.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
And that's the power of finding your niche. You're connecting with people who get you. But then how do you actually figure out who that audience is?
Right. That's the million-dollar question.
Pulizzi talks about creating these buyer personas.
Buyer personas. Okay, I've heard that term before, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what it means.
I'll break it down. So imagine you're creating a profile for your ideal customer.
Like a dating profile for your business.
Kind of. But way less awkward, hopefully. You give them a name, a job, maybe even a picture in your head.
Okay, so you're getting specific. But what else?
You're getting into their heads. What are their pain points? What are their goals? You know, the things that keep them up at night.
So you're trying to understand their motivations.
Exactly. And then here's the cool part. You can create content that actually speaks to that.
It's like you're having a one-on-one conversation with them.
Yes. Even if it's just through a blog post or a video.
Which, speaking of, there are so many types of content out there. Where do you even start?
So Pulizzi has this framework. It's called the Content Marketing Maturity Model. It's like climbing a ladder.
Okay, I'm into it. What's the first rung?
The first stage is the content beginner. You're just starting out, maybe writing some basic blog posts.
Right, just dipping your toes in the water.
Exactly. And the key at this stage is to just start creating.
Don't be afraid to experiment, see what works.
Exactly. Then you move up to content interrupter.
Ooh, sounds more exciting.
This is where you're getting more strategic, you're grabbing people's attention.
So it's not just about putting content out there, it's about making it stand out.
Yes. You're learning how to write catchy headlines, things like that.
So you're leveling up your content game.
Right. And then you reach the content creator stage. Now you're really hitting your stride, putting out high-quality content.
That's finding your voice.
Exactly. And you're starting to see real results.
Leads, traffic, all that good stuff.
Yes. And then it just keeps going. The next level is Content Hub.
Okay, what happens at the Content Hub?
Now you're not just creating content, you're curating it too. You're becoming a go-to resource.
Like the person everyone goes to for recommendations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the ultimate goal is to become a content amplifier.
Content amplifier sounds intense.
It's like your content is so good, it practically markets itself.
Oh, that's a dream.
Right. It takes time,
Yeah,
but it's amazing when it happens.
I bet. Okay, so we talked about creating the content, but how do people actually find it? It's like you've got this amazing product, but nobody knows about it.
You got to get it out there.
Exactly. So how do we do that with content?
Content promotion.
Yeah.
It's like throwing a party. You've got the food, the music, but you still need to send out invitations.
Right. You need people to show up. So what are those invitations in the content world?
Well, social media is a big one. Pulizzi calls it like the amplification channel. And it makes sense.
It's where everyone's hanging out these days.
Yuck.
But it's not enough to just post a link and call it a day, right?
No, you have to be strategic about it. You need to know who you're talking to, what platform they're on, and tailor your message.
Like you wouldn't wear a tuxedo to a pool party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Different platforms, different vibes, and you got to be engaging, you know, asking questions, responding to comments.
It's all about connection.
Yes. And that leads us to another powerful tool. Influencer outreach.
Ah, influencers. Everyone wants a piece of them.
It's more than just celebrity endorsements, though.
Okay, so tell me more.
It's about finding people in your niche who have a loyal following, people who trust them, and then you partner with them.
So you're tapping into their audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine you write an amazing blog post, and then an influencer with like a gazillion followers shares it. Boom.
Game changer.
Right.
Ooh.
But it's not as simple as just asking them to share your stuff.
You got to build a relationship first.
Exactly. You provide value, engage with their content. It's a two-way street.
Authenticity is key. But okay, so you're doing all this great content marketing. How do you know if it's actually working?
You got to measure your results. Pulizzi talks about ROI, and he doesn't just mean vanity metrics.
So not just likes and shares.
Right. It's about leads generated, sales, you know, this stuff that really matters.
The bottom line.
Exactly. You got to be able to connect the dots between your content and your business goals.
It's about proving that content marketing works.
And Pulizzi gives you the tools to do that.
This has been awesome. We've learned so much about content marketing, from finding your audience to measuring your success.
Pulizzi's book is such a great resource. It really is epic.
It really is. Epic content marketing, everyone. Go check it out. And thank you all for joining us on this deep dive. Keep creating that awesome content, and we'll see you next time.